Now, Scott, we've talked a few times here about the annual election period. It's going on for, October 15th through December 7th. So still a little bit of time left for 2022. After that comes something called open enrollment. That is a different period. What is the difference between annual election period or annual enrollment and open enrollment?
So that's a tongue twister, isn't it?
Hmm.
It's all these periods, right? Annual, open, and initial. So there's actually kind of a big difference, actually. So where we're at right now, October 15th through December 7th, we're in what's called the annual enrollment period, which you mentioned, Chris. And that is where you want to get a review of your plan. I'm offering these free reviews. I have people come in and you look at your current plan. There have been changes to Medicare, and there have been changes to some of these Advantage plans that are out there. Very, very minor changes, but there are changes nonetheless. If you have not reviewed your plan, the annual enrollment period is the time to make that review. Okay? So what you do is you go through and you look at if your medications have changed, if your doctors have changed. You need to look at your prescription coverages that maybe your out-of-pocket expenses have gone up because of formularies. For example, they've got the insulin coverage capped at $35 copay per month. There's a lot of things about that a lot of people don't understand. It sounds like it's a great thing, which it really is. The unfortunate thing with that is during the gap or the donut hole, that's no longer $35 copays. So you need to look at your prescription coverages during this period right now to make sure that how that's going to impact you moving forward. I have seen a lot of these plans have actually dropped in premiums. So if you're paying a premium that's over $20, $25 for a prescription plan, you might want to do a review because a lot of them have dropped. So then we jump to the open enrollment. So let's say you've made a change to your plan right now during the annual enrollment period, and let's say we move into the open enrollment period. That starts January 1st and runs through March 31st, okay? This is the time you get the do-over. Quite simply, you can change one last time moving forward into that following year during the open enrollment period. You could go back to the plan you were on, you could go to a different plan, but you do get that option. So the annual enrollment period is when you make your initial review and you make any changes. The open enrollment period allows you to actually make one more change moving forward into that rest of that year. After March 31st, you're stuck with that plan until the following January 1st. So it's kind of important to understand those two periods, but I think that's kind of it in a nutshell.
It's good to know, and here I was thinking that, come December 7th, you were going to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, but the open enrollment period kicks off right after the holidays, gonna keep you occupied until March 31st. There is still time to make your decisions for the coming year, and it's better to go ahead and do that now than have to, call that mulligan in the open enrollment period. But you still have that in your back pocket if you need to. Hopefully you won't with a proper strategy. Scott is here for you. All you have to do is reach out to him. America's Medicare Associates.com is the website. Or you can give a call as well, 419-794-3030. That's how you reach America's Retirement Headquarters for any questions you may have. And we want to thank you so much for joining us this week here on America's Retirement Headquarters, home of the Retirement Guys formula and America's Medicare Associates. Please have a great week ahead of you. Have a safe week ahead of you. Guys, as always, appreciate the time. And as we wrap up, I want to leave you with the final word.
Yeah, I'd say the quote for this week is, retirement is wonderful if you have two essentials, much to live on and much to live for. So everybody have a great week. If you haven't had a chance, make sure you sign up for our upcoming class. You can go over to America's Retirement Headquarters, click on the Events tab, and come out to our Baby Boomer Basics class. Otherwise, we'll be back same time, same channel right here on Toledo's largest talk station, 1370. And just remember, when you think retirement, think America's Retirement Headquarters, home of America's Medicare Associates and the Retirement Guys formula.